What's up, brethren? I'm back. I'll always be back. Yeah. Anyway, I did some shoulder military presses action, focused on strength mainly. Uh, so with this, I had to resort to doing it in the rag because the freaking military press was occupied. So fucking annoying, but whatever. Part of lifting is improvising. That's how you have a good workout at the end. So I did these. That's why I wore the belt. I didn't want to, snap anything. I didn't want to risk anything. So I started with, was that 95 pounds. I did 2 sets with that. Usually that's obviously my warm up, but I did 2 sets with that because the first set of the warm up, I didn't feel confident to move up in weight. That's very, very important thing to keep in mind. So if you don't feel confident, if your mind doesn't say, okay, I can go to the next set with heavier weight, do another warm up set until you feel that confidence kick in, and that's actually gonna help a lot. And you're gonna execute the movements a lot better, and they'll go a lot smoother on your next set. Anyway, that was what, 115. I don't know how to count. I only know how to count by 45s. Anyway, that was 135. And well, obviously the thing with this one, I mean, it goes without saying, please keep your core tight. Without a tight core, don't even get under the bar, don't even grab the bar. Contract your back. This is one of the biggest reasons why I do these, is to actually force my my shoulders, my scapular region, to contract as much as possible, and strengthen it in a different way. Yes, the deadlifts and the bench helps strengthen your back, but this is a different angle, a different movement, so to strengthen that region. And this was, I don't know if this was a PR, this was a 155. Oh yeah, Aaron is on the back, is in the background. Yeah. Anyway, so 155 with that one. It's a lot harder, when I had to resort to the rack, so I had no support on my back. So switch it up, like that's really gonna test your core strength. But I felt like going heavier, and I was like, fuck it, 155. It didn't go that bad, thankfully. I was able to still walk after that. So yeah. And then these behind the head, or whatever the fuck they're called, there's really no need to go that heavy on these. And right there, the only reason why I went all the way down is because it's lightweight. It's 95 pounds. Some people can go all the way down with a lot more weight, but I mean, that's two things: either they're advanced as fuck, or they're stronger than me. Yeah, that's probably it. But whatever, it's just a different way. I mean, some people, they do like to go heavy on these. In my opinion, there's no point. Why? Because this is not. It is somewhat of it's a compound movement, obviously, but it's not as functional as a standard military press. I mean, picture yourself, carrying something over your head. You don't resort to pushing it behind your neck. You resort to pushing it in front, to be able to utilize your chest, which is a stronger muscle than your shoulders. Well, it should, at least. So don't go too crazy with these, because there's really no point. You might snap something, and why risk that? So this is more to stabilize and focus on the control, increase stability, really. I mean, that's what I like to do these for. 135 behind the neck. Again, this is not heavy weight, honestly. I've never tried this before. Thankfully it went pretty well, but this is I mean, if you're doing this with 225, man, I applaud you, but this is what I meant by it's not that heavy. Something that I knew that I could control. And you'll notice I'm not going all the way up on my, like during the reps, but I mean, I didn't feel like it. This is I wasn't focusing on, you know, form by the book. Uh, it's not perfect, but uh, this is why I held it on top, and it's one of the things that I like to do when it comes to heavy movements. If I don't reach my goal, my rep goal or my rep range or whatnot, I like to hold the weight on top, or I'm deadlifting, benching, squatting, whatever it is, um, just so I can just get the most out of that last rep. And it really helps that isometric hold, and man, it really helps. It drains you, but hey, the like I said in previous videos, the longer you can hold a heavy ass weight, that's also gonna get you stronger. It's not only about repping that weight; it's about holding it and controlling it. That's also increases your strength. Anyway, so then I moved on to some shrugs with a hex bar. Um, I like to wear blue or baby blue with shoulders. I don't know why. With black, it's like a back day with black. With red, it could also be back and shoulders. It depends. And then deadlifts, well, it's obviously the hoodie, or the Batman hoodie. Um, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I started with 135 to warm up my traps and get that confidence going, get it used to that movement. Even though I was already warmed up, obviously from previous exercises, that exercise is a different, it attacks my body differently. So I still felt like I had to warm up for that one, and then I do 225 with this one. Um, I'm wearing a belt because with the hex bar, well, I mean, I was sort of deadlifting that weight up. So since I kind of wanted to isolate my upper body, I didn't want to, and I didn't want to waste my back while picking up the weight. So I just didn't want to risk exhaustion because of that. I didn't want my back giving out while I was struggling. So train smart. This is an accessory. So and the accessories are meant to, well, by definition, they're isolating the muscle groups. So when you execute the compound, your weaker muscles can get stronger, or that's why you do accessories. And I wore straps. Well, not on this one. This was 315. I still really wanted to, use my natural grip for that one. But then I moved on to 405. With that one, I did use straps again because it's just I knew my forearms were gonna give out first in my before my traps. So it's usually counterproductive to do this because body parts fall behind. So while this is an accessory, and I did resort to using straps because I believe I was training smart. When you get to this amount of this type of weight, well, for me, it'll be useless for me to just use my forearms because they're gonna give out first on my traps. It always happens. That happens to me. I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. Like I said, it can be counterproductive if you're not doing it the way you should, because some body parts might fall behind. So never abuse the use of gear, whether it be belts, straps, wraps, But that's just me. But like I said, I make the exception. For instance, when I train traps. Like I said, it's rare for your traps to give out before your forearms, unless you have some Popeye ass forearms, and maybe. But I didn't eat that much spinach when I was little, so oh well. Shit out of luck. Man, I always make the stupidest faces when I'm shrugging. It's like you're saying, like, I don't know, with a stupid ass face. I don't know, whatever. But obviously, like I said, it goes without saying, contract the muscle. Don't just like do some chicken action, just shrugging it just for the hell of it. No, like pick it up with your traps. Feel your traps picking that weight up and contract and hold as much as you can at the top. If you're deadlifting 3 plates, if that's around your max, then you should be shrugging with, I don't know, I'd say like 275 or maybe somewhere there. So my max is a little over the 4 plates. So that's why I was using the 4 plates to shrug. I think I've tried 5 plates before, but it didn't go that well. You know, it like my my shoulders weren't reaching my ears that much, so I was like, you know what, screw that. You know, at that point I'm just ego lifting. There's no point to that. It's a damn accessory. Like, it's supposed to be beneficial for you. It's not a compound, so don't go too damn crazy with accessories. Otherwise you'll waste your time. Anyway, so I moved on to some bent over rows with dumbbells. I think it's always good to mix it up and give your body a rest from barbell movements. That's why I went with these. Again, warm up, because I just felt like I'm warming up again. Screw it, that's how I work best. Some people don't need like that mix up from barbell to dumbbells, but I don't know. I feel like I feel like that's always a good thing. It's not gonna hurt you, so try it out. But especially if you feel like you've hit a plateau, I've done that before. Definitely start mixing it up with some dumbbells. If you're plateauing with barbell rows, try the dumbbells, because it will hit your body differently. You know, so it's more of a free weight, so it teaches you more control than the barbell. Especially if you feel like you have a weaker side. Like for me, I'm all fucked up. My left side is bigger than my right. My left shoulder is considerably, noticeably bigger than my right. My left is bigger than my right. Whatever. So that's why I do these, because you'll kind of like even it out, you know. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. And by the way, when I say accessories, I mean, for those who don't know, I mean exercises that supplement or aid your main workouts, your main exercises, the big 3, which is bench, squat, and deadlift. So I guess for me, it's accessories is pretty much everything that's not bench, squat, or deadlift. You know, these are accessories. Everything else, curls, everything is accessories to your main 3. But that's the way I see it. Anyway, lastly, I finished off my main workout with upright rows with dumbbells. Again, I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to get my hands, you know, unused to a barbell. So I went with those, and superset it with some flies, a little heavier than what I like to do my flies with. I think that was like a 22.5, I don't know, but it's obviously lightweight. But at this point I was freaking exhausted, so I chose very lightweight, and I just made sure to contract the heck out of my muscles. Yeah, so I ran another video to annoy you guys with my voice. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, please let me know. Comment, subscribe, and send me more emails. I've gotten some emails. That's awesome. I love that. Give me suggestions, ideas, questions. I'll answer you right away as soon as I can. So yeah, till next time.